Well, hi everybody. It is Gloria from Link Sherpa here, and what I wanted to do was just get out this quick training video that is going to accompany the How to Create 3 Lead Magnets blog. And I have a little infographic that's like a little cheat sheet for you or worksheet for you, and I wanted to go through that process in addition to, just writing out everything on the blog. So this is kind of just an accompanying video with that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off so that I can go ahead and get to teaching. So I'll do that right now, and we'll take a look at the image here. So as you've looked at the article, and I really encourage you, if you haven't looked at it, to go ahead and look at it. And so what we have is, I'm a big proponent of being able to, for lead generation, to go ahead and develop a couple of really high quality lead magnets so that you have something of value to give a lead. All right, and the question always is, what do I give them? I mean, number one, there's so much competition out there for, everybody wants to build a list pretty much, right? And everybody's wise to the fact that, look, if I give you my email, you're going to start emailing me, right? And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that it is so worth it. Okay, that if I'm going to give you my email, I'm going to trade my email for whatever you're offering, it better be really worth it so that I'm going to be okay with you sending me, promotional items and things like that. So with that being said, I'm a big proponent in giving people, what they want, basically, right? You help them get what they want, and you're going to build a community. And so the first step of that is actually to know who your target market is. And so before we even get to the lead magnet stuff, I really encourage you to look at the avatar, basically the avatar article, because that will kind of help you answer these questions. All right. And so if we kind of look at this continuum, this infographic, we've got at the very beginning, and I did this whole write-up on the buyer's journey. And as they're figuring out, hey, I've got a problem, they're doing research, right? And it goes kind of like they go through this journey, this process, until the point where they actually say, yeah, your thing is going to solve my problem. All right. And then the more you can be here and provide them relative information to their problem and solving their problem and helping them get what they want, the more you become a trusted advisor, and then the more they're going to, kind of look to you for that information and advice. All right. So with that being said, so this is kind of a continuum. This is the buyer. They're kind of starting, and then over here is, I found my thing. And in the article, I gave an example of, say you do Facebook ads. Okay. And then you've got somebody, a prospect, right, or a lead, and they have a problem. They don't know that your Facebook ads is the answer to the problem, right? Right now, all they know is, I am not getting enough customers in the door. The phone's not ringing enough, and I need to do something about it. Somebody at my networking meeting or a customer told me, you should check into Facebook ads, or I saw something on Facebook that said I should check into Facebook ads. So I'm checking into Facebook ads. Okay, that's just an example. And so what you want to do is you want to kind of look at, okay, so their problem is right here. If you kind of look at what is their pain is that they, and this is, again, we're going to go superficial to a little bit deeper. They're not getting enough customers, right? They don't have enough customers. Okay, that is the problem, but what is that? So what happens as a result of them not getting enough customers? Do they have cash flow issues? Are they stressed? Are they worried about, how am I going to make payroll? How am I going to pay my mortgage? How am I going to make my car payment? How am I going to pay the office space? How am I going to do this? What about my kids' school? What about this? And all these bills are piling up. Now we're getting to the pain, right? And then what you want to do is you want to look at the flip side and say, okay, so they're stressed out. They've got all these issues. They've got cash flow issues. And so on and so forth. What would their life look like and their business look like if that problem was solved? What if cash flow was no problem? They were making enough money. What could they do? You know, would they finally be able to take a little bit of time off? Would their relationship be better because they're not so grouchy? You know, would their relationship with their kids be better because they have time to actually invest in it? Okay, would they be able to invest in their company, right? So those are kind of the things, some of the things that the avatar worksheet will help you figure out. So what you want to do is once you answer this, you want to kind of help them get this. Okay, and that's what the lead magnets are going to do is it's going to answer, you know, I'm not getting enough customers. Facebook is the answer. Facebook will go ahead and solve my problem. Facebook ads, plenty of phone calls, plenty of cash, life is good. It will get me there. Okay, so what you want to do is whenever you're developing your lead magnets or having your lead magnets developed for you, is you want to go ahead and if you can hit them where they are in their buyer's journey, either, you know, just kind of starting out, you can see here they're researching, downloading, reading information, they're gathering information, and then as they move a little bit further and they might settle on the fact right here that, you know what, Facebook really, it is the way. Okay, and now they're probably looking to say, okay, what level of service and who should I get to provide that service? You know, so that as they're moving through this journey, the more you can give them the information that matches where they are in the psychological buying process, then the more trust you're going to build. And then it doesn't have to be a hard sell. Okay, then you're going to be like a trusted advisor. All right, so what you want to do, so you want to go ahead and you want to answer these questions. Services I offer, you know, put down your services. Who is my target market? Make sure you put your target market. What is their deep pain? And then what would life be like if their problem was solved and they got what they wanted? So you want to answer those questions. And then as you do that, so let's just say, and I think in the article I use the example, Facebook ads, again, their pain is, you know, just what I said earlier, cash flow, their stress or fighting with their spouse, you know, they can't make payroll, they can't make their monthly payments, you know, so on and so forth. If things were good, then, you know, life would be great. They'd have money. They'd be able to invest in their business. They'd be able to probably take a little bit of time off, hire some extra help, so on and so forth. All right, so let's just say that is the situation. So now that they're beginning to research here, if you think about it, I'm looking for an answer on what would help me so I wouldn't be so stressed. What would help me get the customer so I could make enough money so that I wouldn't be so stressed? I heard Facebook was an answer. Okay, so Facebook was, you know, someone said I should check out Facebook. All right, so they land on your site, or you reach out to them via LinkedIn or however that worked. And what you want to do is you want to communicate to them that Facebook, yes, Facebook is a viable answer to their pain. All right, so if you think about the information that they're searching for, they're researching, they're looking at what does Facebook entail, how does it work, all that type of stuff. So you would probably, so here you might want to do like a practical guide to Facebook marketing for, you know, XYZ businesses or something like that, where you kind of give them everything that they need to be aware of, you know, before you invest in Facebook advertising. These are the things that you must know, you know, something like that. Now, if you think somebody is kind of going along and they're researching, something like that would be of value to them. It'd probably be of more value than, you know, just downloading a PLR report or a PLR ebook on Facebook marketing, right? You kind of want to really speak to them. Okay, and now that they're setting up meetings, interviewing, doing, and probably receiving sales presentations, what's something here as they're actually looking at more nuts and bolts, more concrete, is becoming more real to them that, you know, yes, this Facebook advertising, I think it's really what we want to do. I just need to kind of figure out, you know, what different levels of service people offer, you know, what are the guarantees? See, they're looking for what are the guarantees? Is it going to work for me? All right, so they're looking more for proof probably. If you think about it, they're looking for ROI, return on investment. They're probably looking for case study information. I want to know that a business similar to mine, all right, was able to go ahead and they were able to get results from Facebook marketing. And so that's another reason why you want to do an avatar and you want to target, because that way you know whenever you're doing these lead magnets, it's speaking directly to this type of business. Okay, it's not like you do accountants and plumbers and this and all over the spectrum, and you'll do websites and SEO and Facebook marketing and LinkedIn and whatever else, everything else. Okay, so you want to be very focused and look for quote unquote your people. All right, so if you know who your people are and you're marketing to your people, then when you're doing these lead magnets, it's going to resonate with them. All right, and that's who you really care about. You can't market to the entire world. It's not going to be a good fit. It needs to be a two-way good fit, okay? Not only are you looking for clients that need your services and how you deliver them, but you want to make sure that they need your services as well, so that what happens is it is a mutually beneficial relationship. All right, you don't want to have it to where you have somebody that you can hard sold them and then they're grinding you and you feel grinded and you feel like, oh gosh, this is like, oh my gosh, I'm stressed out because everything they're calling me, they're reaching out to me, and it's like their expectations are out of whack from what I do and I can't make them happy. You don't want a situation like that. Trust me, it's not fun. All right, but if you do this in a very methodical, systematic method, like I'm teaching, like I'm trying to teach in this video or attempt to show in this video, then it's going to help you and it'll help your potential client or your prospect. All right, so let's say, for example, so here at the beginning, they're gathering information. Maybe something would be, things that you must know before, even thinking about deploying a Facebook marketing campaign, before deploying Facebook marketing. The 10 things you need to know, the 100 things you need to be aware of, whatever, however you want to, title that, right? And then the next thing you want to do, so list some, so here's a little worksheet that you can go ahead and list some examples of potential lead magnets. Here it might be like some case study information or, 10 examples of how businesses really grew because of Facebook marketing, maybe something like that. And then as they're getting closer, here they're, really close to making a decision, right? It's about implementation, and it's about budget, it's about ROI. So you probably want to do something, how to successfully implement a Facebook campaign, what you need to know before you implement, or something like that, right? How to measure ROI from a Facebook campaign, something like that. All right, so now if you imagine if you've got, and I recommend 3 lead magnets because people are at different phases of their buyer journey. Okay, and if you only do 1, then you're only going to get people over here. But if you do 3 and they're kind of spread across from wherever they are in the process, then you're going to, basically you should treble your number of leads that you'll be able to get and put in your funnel. As you know, building a funnel, a marketing automation funnel, so that you can let that do the marketing for you. So really you're worried about the lead magnets, and then you're going to have your marketing automation funnel actually do, the communication marketing for you. Now what will happen inevitably is people will want to speak to you and stuff like that. So really, it's a pretty easy stretch to say, get someone to download a lead magnet that they find valuable, and then you set up a sequence, which I actually have another blog post on what that sequence looks like. All right, to actually, book a meeting with you, book an appointment with you, and you're gonna, probably continually market to them until at which time they feel like they should book a meeting with you. All right, so that is it for this particular article, how to develop 3 lead magnets that your prospects will absolutely love. And you want to go ahead and answer these questions. Who's my target market? What is their deep pain? So you got here, what is their deep pain? What would it look like if my problem, if if their business, you know, if problem was solved and life was good, basically, what would that look like? What would their business look like? What would their life look like? And then you just, you know, be clear on what you offer and who your target market is. Well, I hope this was really helpful. And again, if you find this stuff useful, I really would appreciate it if you just pass it on to someone who you think, you know, would benefit from it. That's it for now, and I'm sure we will talk to you soon.